Namaskar. Welcome to LIONSPEAK again. I'm again continuing our discussion on Article 370 that was, or at least being claimed to have been abrogated or scrapped in the Indian Constitution by Indian Parliament or the presidential order. I continue to believe the Article 370 is actually intact and is being misused in the past to create, for example, Article 35A, which was created to define permanent residency in Jammu and Kashmir. But the history tells that has been misused for two reasons. One is the women, the girls, the daughters, when they get married outside the state, they automatically lose their rights to permanent residency and property, which is highly discriminatory and unethical, in my opinion. Secondly, at one time, they needed some low-class job people to come to the state, and they have been permanently made low-class people because they do not have access to education or government jobs. So historically, 370 has been used to create 35A in Indian Constitution, Article 35A, and it has been misused. And it really creates isolationist attitude. It cannot be anything but regressive. It is anti-creative, in my opinion, because you're trying to restrict talents to come, investments to come, people with entrepreneurship to come to your state and expose your own population, young people, to see what they can do. There are many countries, the dozens of countries actually, which actually welcome people to come to their countries. Now, I'm not talking about a state, they're to their countries. They have, of course, different cultures, it doesn't matter, but they welcome people to their countries. That includes America. You can get actually, you can buy property, anybody from anywhere can buy property in America. But if you buy big enough property, you can get American citizenship. You can get what they call as green card. And then subsequently, you can get American citizenship. So it is important, and America is a great country in part because of that, because they always welcome the best in the world. Another thing, which is at least in America, and I'm assuming there are many other countries as well, if you marry an American, you are most welcome to become American citizen. They actually welcome. In Jammu and Kashmir, it seems if they marry outsiders, they lose their own privileges. Just does not make any sense. So I believe this kind of discrimination has been done in the past, and I'm afraid, even though that there is a hoopla about Article 370 scrapped, removed, abrogated, whatever, or modified, but in my opinion, it actually remains there, and there is always danger that it can be reused to create this kind of discriminatory, regressive ideas. So this is very important for people to think. I think the overall intention, at least outwardly, seems to be to preserve their culture, which obviously there is nothing wrong. People should preserve their culture. Change is the nature of all kind of progresses, whether it's economic progress, the social progress, scientific progress, evolution. Change is just going to happen. And I think we better just adapt it. But that doesn't mean that we should lose our own culture, or Kashmiris need to lose their own culture. Actually, they need to be firmly within their culture and invite people and interact with them, invest, and let them invest, and let them bring the entrepreneurship, and let them let them teach the Kashmiri groups, or the people from Kashmir can get exposure to all this and make themselves better in a free market type of situation, and without any fear of losing their own culture. Mahatma Gandhi, actually, I'll read, Mahatma Gandhi once said, "I do not want my house to be walled in on all sides and my windows be stuffed. I want the cultures of all lands to be blown about my house as freely as possible. But I refuse to be blown off my feet by any." This appeared in Young India in 1921, long time ago. Let us try, let us try to live a life of cultural strength and not that of fear. But to do all that, I believe the Article 370, which remains in the Indian Constitution, can be reused and can bring all these regressive ideas again. So I hope that the people in India think about it, the government in India rethinks about it, how to format that Article 370 so that it cannot be misused in the future. Namaskar, and thank you again for watching us. We will come back with LIONSPEAK again in the near future. Thank you.